It's getaway morning. It's 4:30. Still about an hour and a half till sunlight. So we got our instruments on. Kelly's putting all of the equipment up on deck. I'm going to check the oil and then plot our course on our navigation app. And then we'll turn on the motor and get underway. So it's 49 miles, almost due east, but we're gonna try to head a little bit south of that because of the Gulf Stream current. But then again, the winds might not let us head the direction we want to go. So we may not end up heading a little bit north, and then we get across the Gulf Stream, turn back to the southeast towards Bimini. Off we go. We were up at 4:30, and we had done most of our prep last night and in the previous days, so it was just a get up and go day. And it's 4:49, and we are on our way to the Bahamas. Pre-dawn, and the winds are just a little bit more out of the east than we were hoping for. So we're motoring, but we do have the sails up. And right now we're doing about 7 knots. We're getting a little bit of help from the Gulf Stream because we're going across it, not with it. It's not giving us that much of a push. Seas are about a foot, maybe 2 feet. Having the sails up mitigates the bumpiness. We still get a little bit of a splash now and then. You probably just saw it, heard. One doesn't come into the cabin, but just get a little bit of our bow wet. And here's the sun making its appearance for the day. It's 6:49 in the morning. We've actually been gone for 2 hours. Now we still have about 7 hours to go on our trip. That's the picture to the east. To the west, we have the skyline of Miami in our rear view mirror. So as we say, see you later to the United States. It's a beautiful day here out on the Atlantic Ocean aboard Bliss. A little bouncy, as you can tell, but nothing this boat and this crew can't handle. We are halfway to the Bahamas, and looking back, you can still see the Miami skyline in the distance. And we'll probably still be able to see it for another 10 miles or so. And so, yeah, 25 miles down, 25 miles to go. And we'll be there in about another 4 hours. Still a pleasant day. The winds did not come out of the southeast as we had hoped and expected. They're more east to southeast. So we weren't able to sail. We're still motoring. But the good news is it's a pleasant day out here. Partly cloudy. Seas have gone from 1 to 2 feet, and now they're around 2 to 3 feet, so just a little bit more bumpy than when we left. but it's probably because the winds have picked up. They started out around 10 knots and now they're up to around 13. But still a really pleasant day out on the water. Even though we're out in the open ocean, and perhaps especially because we're out on the open ocean, we need to keep an eye out for other ship traffic. Like that guy. He's crossing directly in front of us, but he's going about 3 or 4 times as fast as we are. So he's going to be long gone by the time we get up to where he is. We can always radio him if we were afraid that he was on a collision course with us and didn't see us, but that's not necessary. He's at least 2 miles ahead of us, and he's traveling, I would guess he's probably traveling about 15 to 20 knots, and we're doing 6. So no worries, but yeah, always important to keep an eye out. 360 degrees. Boats can come up from behind as well. And if they don't see us, we have to make sure that we see them. I've been traveling for 6.5 hours, and we're now about 10 miles from Bimini, and we can just see some of the skyline, if you want to call it that. Winds are still about 13 knots on the nose, unfortunately. Seas are about 3 feet. But it's still a pleasant day. And we will be in Bimini in a few hours. Beautiful deep blue water of the Atlantic. We're in about 2,000 feet of water right now. We've passed a few ships on the way. And it's just a little bit bumpy out here, but not uncomfortable. And there's a few things that are on the floor down below. We'll have to pick those up when we get to port. Just after 3 o'clock, 10 hours to Bimini. Now we have to check in first with immigration, then with customs, and then we're legal. This is the main road in Bimini. And luckily for us, the immigration office is about 100 yards up on the left in, as it's affectionately known, the Pink Building. And then customs is right on site at our marina. So not a lot of walking has to be done to check in. The immigration check-in was very easy. All I had to do is fill out my immigration cards, one for Kelly and one for me. And then they gave me one more short slip to fill out and a couple of stamps, and I'm on my way down to customs. And hopefully that will also be a quick and easy check-in. And then it will be cocktail time. Well, we're all checked in, and the last formality is to raise the courtesy flag of the Bahamas. which Kelly is doing now. So when we fly this courtesy flag, it lets everybody know that we have checked into the country, checked into customs. We are legally in the country. Until,
right? It looks funny.
yeah, it's right. Until we do that, we have to fly a yellow flag, which is a quarantine flag, signifying that we have not yet checked in. But of course, checking in took only about 45 minutes.
Quarantine is also used for when everybody aboard is sick or any reason they don't want you coming ashore.
Right.
As has happened in the past.
So today was a quick and easy check-in in Bimini. And now Bliss is legally in the Bahamas.
Yay!
Yay!
Yippee!
Happy dance!